Hello, come junk journal with me today. I am a newbie to junk journaling. This is only like the second page that I've done, but I like how it turned out. It's just fun. It's something creative, something fun, something I don't have to put a lot of thought into, but I love how it turned out. If I had planned better, I would have done my Valentine page first and then had the St. Patrick's Day page here so we could go chronological order. However, did not think that far ahead, so here we are. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna do the Valentine page on the inside cover. This book was sent to me as a sample. It's a very nice quality book. I like that the pages are tan or craft pages. They are thick, they're not super thin like regular copy paper, and the cover is really hard. I have not decorated the cover yet. Not sure what I'm gonna do, but for this Valentine's Day junk journal page, these stickers came in an order that I placed, so I want to use those because I love those. I found this in my stash of card making supplies. I have this little piece that I just think is pretty, and it says, take a new approach to an old challenge, and I'm going to attach it with washi tape so that I can open it up and still see actually I might attach it at the bottom. No, that won't work. I was trying to see how I could do it. No, one way or the other, it's going to be upside down. No. Anyway, so I'm going to attach this with washi tape so that I can see both sides. Then I have this little 6x6 paper pad. This is American Crafts. And look at those pages. Look at these cool patterns. There's some hearts. I want to do something with the hearts. I'm not sure what. I have some little scraps in here. That is really cute. The arrows are cute. I didn't want to do any black in this one though. So I might just do the arrows and maybe the stripes. Do something with those. This is single-sided paper. But I will figure something out. Then I have this punch. It is a scalloped, it's a very small scallop, and I would say this is maybe 1 1/4 inch. And then I have this I punched out of, look at this, I saved this because I just like the pink stripes, but it was I bought plastic straws, and you know, like the reusable kind of straws, so that's what that was on. And part of it's dirty, but that's okay, there's still some space on there, so I can punch out more circles if I want. I have flowers coming out of my ears. I have lots of flowers, reds and pinks. Looks like mostly what I have here is red, so we'll see. But I have a good selection here, and that's not all the flowers I have. I have tons and tons of flowers. So let's see what else. This is a Dum Dum wrapper from my granddaughter's Valentine candy. I found this. It has a little bit of pink on it, and at school, they mark every day what color they get, and pink and purple are good. That's all I know. And you don't want yellow. I think it's yellow, or maybe it's red. I forget. But anyway, you want pink and purple. So she had pink and purple, and then they didn't have school on Friday. And I got this at the bank. This is the bank that I use. I just thought that that was adorable. And unfortunately, I put it in my purse and it got a little wrinkled, but that's okay. And look, his name is Cash. How cute is that for a bank? And then my husband gave me some candy, and there was a small Mylar balloon. And I thought, I'm going to cut this off because that would be really cute on there. And I may go and trim around it a little bit. I think I will do that so that it will, it won't be quite as big, and we'll get rid of some of this extra here. So when I'm doing this, I like to lay it out first. Like some people, they will just stick stuff on however they want, but I like to lay mine out. And the smaller things, I usually, you know, I've been adding them last, because that's when I scrapbook, that's kind of how I do it. You know, I add like the little, what I consider embellishments last. I do the larger things first. So let's trim this up because I really want this in there. And this is not easy to trim. It's going to be a stinker, and it might be a stinker to stick on too, but I have different things. I have glue sticks. I have glue dots. I think the glue dots would probably definitely hold it. And you see how it's wrinkling? This isn't going to be easy to do, but I will do the best I can, and then I can always go back and trim it more if I want to trim it more, if I don't like the shape of it. So let's get the writing off, and I see it's got a really weird shape down here. So I think I'm going to start off with this. Let's see if I can lay this out. And it'll be fine. I was going to try to do it like a heart shape or something, but it's hard because it's not flat. And it's totally fine. And actually, instead of putting it in the middle, I think I'm going to put it down here. See if you can see that. I'm going to push that back up some. Okay, so these are glue dots. Love these. I had to cover that up for something else, but these are glue dots. These are wonderful. I love this dispenser. These work better. Let's see if I can get it to. Yeah, this is going to roll on perfectly. Do not try to peel these off with your finger and then stick them on. That makes it really difficult. So instead, roll them on, or like if you were trying to put on a button, for example, stick the button to it and then pull it off. And that will work much, much better than trying to put it on your finger and then transferring it. Okay, so we're gonna start with just a little bit of glue here, a little bit of glue dots. There we go. Because it just wants, I'm afraid I'm gonna get the other side stuck in the glue dots and then I'll never get it flat and I'll ruin it. So I don't wanna do that. So this will work, this will be fine. There we go. And then we will put some more over here on this side. Let's see if I can. That one didn't stick very good. There we go. And then, you know, I could put something over top of that to hold that down. I could put the puppy dog. He is adorable. I love him, love him, love him. Let's see. Let's put another glue dot on this side. So you can see I'm using a combination of scrapbook supplies, but also some junk and things that were gonna end up in the landfill. But now I can use them to decorate and I can use as a keepsake. So let's see, what else do I want on here? Okay, so we're gonna put this on here. I'm gonna use, this is my other adhesive. This is my scrapbook adhesive. This is a refillable tape runner. I have been using these for years. You could use liquid glue, like a Tombow if you wanted. You could use a glue pen. You could use liquid, well, I said liquid glue already. You could use thick craft glue. Sometimes you could use a glue stick. Sometimes craft glue, unfortunately, will leave things wrinkled, but it's entirely up to you what you want to use. Let's see if we can stick this on next. I'm just trying to, you know, add things. I don't know if I want it angled. Like, there's no rhyme or reason to this. It can be however I want it. I love that there are no rules. Okay, let's see. Maybe we'll do this up here. This is glossy, so I'm going to go back to my glue dots for that. Let's see. Put on. Whoops. Yeah, it's glossy and it doesn't want to stick, so it's being a little finicky, but that's okay. Get it on this one. There we go. Now I'm putting one on each corner. Might need to refill these soon. Actually, these aren't refillable, but I might need to buy another one. That's what I meant. You can buy mini ones for tiny things. You can get the bigger ones. You can get them repositionable. You can get the thick craft ones. So there's lots of different kinds of glue dots. This one is the permanent. And then let's see, I want to put this on here somewhere. So okay, let's see what we want to do here. So this is a strip of printed paper, and then there's some stripes, and I saw some hearts on here, in here. Let's see if we can, there's hearts. I don't really want the green though. Let's see if I think there was another thing of hearts, another sheet. There we go, here's a sheet of hearts. let's do this one. Okay, and I should have put this underneath. That's probably what I should have done. But it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. So let me, oops, I don't have my paper trimmer. Darn it. The paper trimmer. That's okay. We are gonna wing it is what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna cut it with my scissors. Remember, there are no rules. So I'm gonna cut it with my scissors. And then, let's see, we're gonna put this underneath here. So I'm gonna cut the top off a little bit. But I really like how this craft background, it looks so finished. It looks nice. We're gonna do that. And then I have a punch. I have a border punch, so let's do a border across the top of here. Or maybe down, let's do the top. Okay, when you're using border punches like this, now this one is an old one from Stampin' Up, but any kind of border punch, do it so that you can see where you're punching. If you're doing it this way, it's hard to see where you're punching. I mean, you can line it up, but I just think it's much easier to do it this way so you can see where you're punching. And then I'm gonna put it back in and line it up again. You can see, I can see exactly where I'm punching so that I get a nice continuous border. There we go. And then I can put that under here. So this is gonna be a very simple page. This is not gonna be super detailed. It's not gonna have a lot of moving parts. You know, a lot of people like to have lots of envelopes and flaps and things that move and things like that. I'm just not that far yet. But I just wanted to show you some easy things so that you can get started and so you're not intimidated. So I want to put this someplace. Where do I want to put this? Here? Do I have that straight? That doesn't look straight. I did mean to get that straight. Let's see. There we go. All right. And then I can put this here if I want. Actually, I think that's where I'm gonna put it. And I'm gonna put it on, I'm gonna attach it with some washi tape. Let's see, we'll just do a length like that. And we're gonna put this on here, but that'll make it so I can flip it up and see the other side. There we go. So now I can see the back of it. But I just like that. I thought that was really pretty. And let's see, what else do we want here? We could do something like that, just strip. We can make more, we could do more borders. We could do, whoops, maybe I shouldn't have done that one. I don't know, maybe we can make a long strip. Let's see. Let's do that. All right, I'm gonna cut this down in half. And I'm gonna make it a little bit thinner so it matches that other piece of paper. And then, let's see. Let's see if we can get this under here. I can cut that across there if I want. I'm not sure that I like that there. I wish I had laid the whole thing out before I started, to be honest. Oh, there we go. That will come up. Let's do that. Let's move this over here. Okay. Whoops. So let's attach the floral one. Where's my tape runner? Here we go. Actually, I might want to attach it to here, down the middle. I think maybe I'll do that. Yeah. And then put some more adhesive here. Don't want to cover up his headband because I really like that. Okay, and we're just going to put it there. All right, I have more here. Do I want to do something here? You know what? I think I'm going to cut this and make a little flag. Let's see. And I don't have my flag punch, or I could punch flags, but that's okay. We're gonna make do. We're just gonna do it with scissors. Well, look at that. And then we could put that here, down here in the corner. I like that. I like tying the two patterns in. And then, let's see, what else do I have? I have more stripes. Maybe I'll do a strip of stripes across the top. There we go. Whoops, I didn't get that perfectly even. It's a little bit crooked. Wish I'd have my paper trimmer. My paper trimmer's downstairs though. I forgot to bring it up, but that's okay. All right, so we are going to attach this, and I could use a glue gun for this, or a glue pen for this if I wanted. I'm just gonna put this on the top of here, just to kind of make a nice little, cute little tag. And then, let's see, I thought I had here's a rhinestone that fell off. So I think I might stick that right on there. So let's use a glue dot for that. So this is what I was talking about earlier. When you add a glue dot to something like this, instead of trying to pull it off with your finger, it's gonna get stuck to your finger. Instead, touch it to the dot and press and then pull it. You might have to use your finger a little bit, but see, now it comes off flat instead of wrinkling up and being stuck to your finger. And then we're gonna add that here. These glue dots, the permanent ones, are very, very, very sticky. So once you stick them to something, they are there for good. Let me figure out where I want these for, Happy Valentine's Day, maybe right there. I love this, the bicycle. Love one another, I love that too. Maybe I'll do that. I think that looks good. I don't like to fuss over things too much. Let's see if I can get this off. I'm having a try. Oh, there it comes. There we go. So actually, those could be butterfly wings. That would be pretty cool. So let's butterfly. Now, I'm gonna have to think about what I want to do for my next page, because we're working on Valentine's Day. Here we have St. Patrick's Day. We just had Easter, but I did not see any Easter things at all, I don't think. I'm gonna have to look to see what I have. Where did I have this? There we go. I'm gonna do love one another. Oh, I can add flowers if I want to add flowers. Some people decoupage over the whole thing when they're finished. I have not done that with any of mine, but I could. There we go. Love one another. And then this one's my favorite. I love that. That would have been pretty on a card, but I'm going to put it in here. It's okay. By next Valentine's Day, I would have forgotten about it anyway. So we're just going to stick it right here, and that will help hold the balloon down. So there we go. All right. Now I have these little dots. Let's cut some more out. Let's do 3 of these, I think. Oops. Whoa. Can't find the other one. Where did it go? Oh, goodness. It was way over there. All right. So let's put these, maybe if we put these like overlapping a little bit. I don't know, I think I kind of like that. Oops. Here's in my project. Let's move them over just a little bit. Okay. And then this one, I'm gonna have the stripes go vertical. See, there's no rules. And you don't have to place them any particular way. If you want them all going the same way, or if you don't care, you can mix and match. There we go. There's 3 stripes, or 3 circles. Let's see. Do I want to add flowers? I think that looks nice there. I don't like it there. I think I like it there. So I'm gonna use a glue dot on this flower. And let's stick it right here. I think I'm going to use one of these smaller heart. Whoops! Since this one popped off, let's use this one. There's adhesive on the back, but it's not super sticky. So I'm going to add adhesive. There we go. Add that there. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I have a smaller flower if I want to put something else. I have rhinestones. I don't know. I'm kind of liking it like it is. I don't know. Whoops. Uh-oh. Wonder if this will come off. I think it will. Yeah. Let me move this over a little bit. There we go. All right. I don't know. I think I might leave it like that for right now. But you can see between these 2 layouts that I definitely have a bright, colorful style. Like a lot of people who do junk journaling, they do a lot of boho, lace, shabby chic colors, neutrals. I like the brights. So now I'm going to have to come up with something for this page, but thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoy this. I hope this inspires you to do your own book. I will link this book in the description, and I will try to link my other supplies in the description as well. So have a great day.